I'll be honest, I didn't really know how much I was buying into the whole Xbox Game Pass is going to go downhill in terms of uphill with its price. I didn't know how much to believe that argument, but wow. With the latest upgrades, Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate, is now priced at $29.99 a month. So rounding up, that is $30 a month. This is all according to Xbox just 2 days ago on October 1st. This reflects the expanded catalog, new partner benefits, and upgraded cloud gaming experience. Now, some of the other tiers it looks like are mostly remaining the same, but yes, the Ultimate tier, the Game Pass Ultimate, that's gonna be $30 a month. Now, I just want to say as a side note here, I bought 25 games on Steam literally just a couple hours ago with their autumn sale. I have never, ever been a Steam gamer. I've always been into consoles, but I'm now getting into PC. Anyway, my point being, I bought 25 games for, it wasn't even $80 after tax. Think about that, and then think about the fact that Game Pass is $30 a month. I mean, granted, the games I bought maybe aren't, what's considered AAA games nowadays, but I think there's a lot to say there. And also, there were a lot of people that were saying that, oh, consoles are always sold at a loss, and Game Pass, that is really Microsoft's goal in terms of increasing their revenue. And in terms of that revenue argument, I have to agree. If you are paying for Game Pass now, if you round up to, $30 a month for the Ultimate Edition, that is $360 a year, or over $1,000 in just 3 years. And listen, I'm somebody who I have had Game Pass since pretty much the very beginning. This was 5 or 6 years ago. I've always loved it, and now I kind of just can't stand it. It's one of those things where it's got way too much to it. Kind of a funny thing to say, it's a good problem to have maybe. But I think it's one of those things where the quality from what it seems is kind of just deceiving, because you can't you can't play all of those games. Anyway, sorry, that's just a lot of my thoughts there with the increase in the Game Pass price. And I think a lot of people would agree. A lot of people are very unhappy about this, including Lina Kahn. Now, she was actually the chair of the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, for the past 4 years, from 2021 to 2025. The FTC, if you didn't know, they deal with a lot of stuff like the acquisition from Microsoft of Activision. They try to make sure basically that things are fair, and they were one of the big ones that were questioning the whole acquisition, that maybe this is going to make things not fair if they end up acquiring Activision. But obviously, as we know, ultimately this did happen. But Lina, she was the head of the FTC during this time. Now, regarding the increase in the Xbox Game Pass price, there was this post on X, and the reason I'm bringing all this up is because Lina actually replied to it, but I'm just going to go over the post here. So this is Lee Hepner. He said, in March 2023, Microsoft told a court that Game Pass prices will not increase as a result of the Microsoft Activision merger. And then a few months later, in July of 2023, a federal judge whose son works at Microsoft rejected the FTC's challenge to the merger, and he says, once again, Lina Kahn was right. Along with this post, he showed this chart right here, which I find very interesting. If you want to pause and look at this, you can. But this basically shows the past 9 or 10 years now, and specifically the prices of both a Netflix premium subscription and a Game Pass Ultimate subscription. And it shows that for Netflix, the price has gone up over time at just a very even, very consistent rate. Whereas with Game Pass, it would seem that when this merger happened in 2023, that is when prices just skyrocketed. There was a price increase from, it looks like, about $16 to $20. That was maybe about a year ago. And then now we have the steep increase from $20 to $30. So Lina Kahn commented on this post, and she said this: Microsoft's acquisition of Activision has been followed by significant price hikes and layoffs, and this harms both gamers and developers. As we have seen across sectors, increasing market consolidation and increasing prices often go hand in hand. As dominant firms become too big to care, they can make things worse for their consumers and their customers without having to worry about the consequences. And yes, I think a lot of this is absolutely true. Obviously, when a private firm, when a business firm, when they become too big to care, so to speak, like when when they have almost like a monopoly on a product, or almost like an oligopoly, like it's kind of a monopoly, but there are some competitors. When you get that, then yeah, the prices can really just skyrocket, which obviously hinders the experience of the customer. So, at this point, I don't know how things are going to move forward from here. Already, I have seen that there are some people calling for a Game Pass boycott. For me, my Game Pass, kind of as I said earlier, it ended just a few weeks ago and I didn't renew it. And so this is kind of coming at a good time, I guess. And I mean, yeah, if I was all in on Game Pass and it just got moved from $20 to $30, I would probably be really considering going forward with it. But that is a choice that everybody can make for themselves. It will be very interesting to see how the market, how the customers respond to this massive price increase.